I requested this style for my client and the fitting was so nice on her, so I thought of sharing with you guys on how to make the sleeve parts. I couldn't film the making of the dress because I was having limited time, but I promised to make it for myself once I have time. Make sure you don't skip any part and also watch till the end because I'll be showing you how you can attach the sleeve. If this is your first time seeing my video, you're welcome. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you find my tutorial helpful. Okay, I have this leftover fabric that I'll be using to show you how you can make the sleeve. This is damask. You can use any fabric of your choice. I also have this doll-face satin. You need the matching color of the outfit that you're working with. If you're using a lace fabric and you want to use your lace on the sleeve, you can mark on your doll-face satin. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into two. The first thing is to determine how high I want the angle shape to be. For me, I use 4 inches. You can use 5 or 3 depending on how high you want it to be. So I'll mark my 4 inches here. After marking it, I will roll it out. So my measurement will be starting from this line. The next thing is to mark my cap height. To get cap height for all body sizes, you divide your bust by 12. So for me, I have 3.5 inches and I will mark my sleeve length, which is 7 inches plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. That's 8 inches. So I will rule my lines out. So on the line that I mark my cap height, I'll be inserting half of my armhole measurement there. So you divide your round armhole by 2. I'll mark it here. After marking it, I'll add ½ inch. If you are making a normal sleeve, you don't need to add ½ inch here. Just connect it straight to your sleeve length. So I'll be adding ½ inch for this one. So I will mark my round sleeve. I will add 1 inch for sewing allowance and I will connect it the way you see me doing. After that, I will now draw my sleeve head the way you see me doing. This is a freehand cutting, so you draw your sleeve head the way you normally draw it. I'll be slanting it so that I can get the angle shape. So from the armhole, you just rule a straight line, or you can curve it. Just curve it so that you get the sleeve very well. Can you see I place my pattern master? That's how you place it. Make it deep on this side, on this armhole side. So this is how it will look like. After that, the next thing now is to add ½ inch. I'll be adding ½ inch that I will be using to sew it. So you follow what I'm doing. The next thing now is to cut it out. After cutting it out, I will fold my satin fabric so that I can cut the same thing I have on this one. After cutting it out, I'll be reducing the lining by 1 inch. That is your satin fabric. So I will cut it out. Just measure 1 inch and cut it out. After cutting it out, I'll go ahead and iron interface on it. I've ironed my hairstay on my satin fabric and also on my damask. Please make sure you use a quality hairstay to iron on your fabric. If you are using a lace fabric, you iron hairstay on the satin before placing your lace fabric, and you also iron on the one that you use to turn it. Please take note of that. Before I turn it, I'll be ironing my hard gum stay on it. This is the thickest gum stay. Iron it on it so that you give it a structure. I've gone ahead to cut my hard gum stay. You place your satin fabric and cut exactly what you have on your fabric on the hard gum stay. After that, I'll be reducing it by 1 inch on the side. Just remove the sewing allowance so that you don't obstruct it when you are sewing it. Please, if you want it to have more structure, you iron this on your main fabric also, but I won't iron it on my fabric because my fabric is very thick. So you can also reduce ½ inch on this part so that when you are attaching it on your sleeve you won't find it difficult. For me, I won't remove it because I'm not adding her gum stay on my main fabric, so I'll go ahead now and cut this one out. After cutting it out, I'll place my hard gum on my satin fabric and iron it. I will place the shining part on my fabric and iron it very well. So this is what I have when I was done ironing it. Can you see? Can you see that my satin fabric is looking very smooth? So I'll place it on it and go to my sewing machine and sew it. I'll sew it on the down part with ½ inch and sew on this side. Please, before you sew it, make sure you use your office pin to hold it down. Pin it down before you start sewing. All right, make sure you align it very well before you pin. So after pinning it down, you can go ahead and sew it. So I will sew it now and come back and show you what I have. This is what I have when I was done sewing it. It's looking like this because I reduced the lining by 1 inch. I will notch this cuff part so that when I turn it, it will relax very well. So I will follow the hole by the side and bring it out. I did not sew the side, so you turn it to the right side. After that, you give it a good press. I'll make sure I iron it very well. Use your steam iron to iron it properly. After ironing, I'll close the two sides. After that, I will now shape my sleeve. I will now confirm my round armhole. Just confirm everything and now close the sleeve. Close it with the sewing allowance that you added. So this is what I had when I was done sewing the sleeve. Can you see how it's looking like? Before you attach it on your dress, you can trim off the excess sewing allowance and use the matching color of the clothes to weave the rough edge. So I have this off shoulder dress that I made. I'll be using it to demonstrate how you can attach the sleeve. So this is how the off shoulder sleeve will look like. You can attach it on your corset. I made corset for this sleeve, so I will shift it to the side the way you see me doing. You use your pin to hold it first. After holding it with your pin, you can use your hand needle to tack it down. Make sure you tack it very well. Can you see how I place it? You now sew it. For me, I'll be pinning it down because this is just a tutorial. Can you see I'm holding it? Just watch carefully what I'm doing. You get it right. This is not hard. Can you see? After sewing it with your hand needle, it will just stay in place. It will just stay strong. When you want to wear it, you can just put your hand. Can you see how it looks like? This is what you have when you are done. Please, if you find my tutorial interesting and helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed, and also like and share my video. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.